Hi guys, White Witch 110 here. It's not too bad here in my little spot. It was, when we came home, the heat outside was supposed to be 30, but the humidity was 38, which was equal to 100.4 Fahrenheit. Whew. I thought tonight, oh, I found these. And I see all the ladies making these wands. And I was going to give these away, but then I thought, if I watch one of them or a couple of them making them, maybe I can make some Halloween wands. Why not, right? But tonight, I've been making so many cards. And then last night I went and I made, where'd they go? I made some postcards. Let me move this. Okay. Whew. The other set of postcards, I have them partially done. There's blank space, so I want to get that covered, I guess you could say. These are for the whole year. Whoops. I got some other ones here. Not that. Not that one. I did that one. But I did these. I cut up my Spell a Day journal from last year. And I've always liked the photos. So I put a little bit, or the drawings, I put a little bit of color. And then I picked pieces of whatever day I stopped on. There's the postcard. And I picked out what I thought was something good. That's January. There's February. And each of them has a little, in some cases, a spell. There was even one, you know how everybody says starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. There's one for starlight, meteor bright, I believe it was. And then I went routing around to find, because I knew I had another one. I did, but the pictures are different. It's more square. So I put color on some of them, but like I said, there's some dead space on them that I want to find something else to put in them to make them look more complete. Like, I like the way these looked, and then the more I kept thinking about it, was like, no, they need some color. Not everywhere, but in some of the spots they need some color. Lavender mint. Nothing too spooky. Just something. I love the way this turned out. And then this one I did the other, because I ended up with 13 the first time. I didn't know I still had other postcards, and when I found them, that's when I did the other 12. Hang on. Now you can't really tell, but I did put white, but see what I mean? The empty space there. So I want to find something to put there. And on these ones, I took the first part of the explanation for the month and put that on. Like ever so little. Some of them were a little long, so I had to do them sideways. I did have fun with these. Definitely. I think the coloring makes them look antique. But these were all square, and then I just tore at them. The leaf turned out nice. I didn't like that leaf yesterday, but I do today. my month. And this one here. And this one you really can't see the color, so I may add some more. It's in the leaves, so I might add some more color somewhere else. But definitely the ones like this, I've got to find, I want to find something to put in there. It's just a matter of what. Okay, now, as I said, I'm going to be doing painting and fixing this guy tonight. Now this cork, look how thin it is. I did not expect it to be that thin, honestly. And I'm going to, I still haven't decided about this little thing, but this is going to be his little house. And I was going to paint it blue, but now that I'm thinking about it, I may just go with brown. Yeah. And I did some more, what we always knew as banana combs, I think they called them. But I'll show you those after this. So how is everybody? Did you have a good Thursday? It felt like Monday for us because we had yesterday off. Really. It was really, really quiet today, even on the bus. It was quiet. I think a lot of people, well, the people that we would see on the bus, I think they took the extra day off. I really do. I do believe that they took that time off. I guess I didn't have to paint this, but I thought it would be nice. I'm glad I changed my mind and put it brown. I shook this, but you wouldn't know. Definitely wouldn't know. Yeah, so they're saying, I think next week we're going to go back to seasonable temperatures. They called for, we had a thunderstorm watch for a lot of the day, and then it turned into a warning when we were at the mall waiting for the bus. I had asked the goddess to please have the other bus we need come in behind the bus we were on, and she was very generous because there it was. So we didn't have to wait too long. We got home and inside before it started to rain. Didn't rain too long, so it really didn't help the humidity any, which is what you really want. You want it to rain for quite a while to cool things off. But, so, that's about it. Sitting on the sofa tonight after eating, watching celebrity ghost stories. I was good with watching the first one. The second one with Kelly Osbourne, kept finding myself nodding off. So I was like, okay, that's it. I got to get up and do something. I don't want to snooze yet. Boo's on the sofa with his daddy. What a crazy cat. I'll put in a picture towards the end so that you can see this crazy little kitty. It's hilarious sometimes. Hilarious. Definitely. I bought one of those card making magazines. It had the one with the, oh, what do they call it? I don't know all these terms. It had the one with the window, or the fake glass. What do you call it? With the plastic, and then you put sequins inside. I forget what they call those. But they put one of those in there. And I went looking through and I'm like, none of these are really like what I make. So I don't know why I'm attracted to buy this magazine. It's the second time I've done that. And I don't know why. It's the die cut came with it. Or the thing to make a die cut. And a stamp came with it. And I'm not into either one of those. I have no clue why I bought it. So there we go. That's all. That and me are painted. Then what I wanted to do... Oh, I guess I should go rinse this out. Okay, so what I want to try to do now is, we'll see how this turns out. I might not like it. And as always, I probably should be waiting. But I figured to put, I'll just do it out like that. See how the one side looks. Maybe it'll look good. Maybe it'll look like crap. So far, I don't mind that. Where did I get this? That's the question. I want to say I got this at the Dollar Tree. And then later I'll just trim that. I like it. What do you guys think? It's a good thing that this glue does not get hot, because only that one time it was hot. Sorry for my arm. Just that one time it was hot. Because before I used to burn myself, oh my gosh, so many times. I had such scars. Unbelievable. That's what I was wondering. And since this is so supple, I probably could do that. Tomorrow is Friday. I could do that. But I am thinking to use this instead. My big gun is in the living room and I have to, hey, wrong way. And I have to I have to put another thing of this in it. Ow. This stuff is... There we go. I could actually use this on it. So, oh, I stuck it right in the paint. Good shot. Oh, stuck it right in the paint. So there we go. That looks good, eh? I like it. That looks like it might be, and I still don't know. I still don't know. Should we put a flower on your head? Probably not, but I'm going to try it anyways. Because I'm me. I am me, and I want to see. Oh, that kind of looks cute. Everybody's probably going, ew, don't do that. What are you? Insane? Yep. Okay. We hold the dog for a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned this. I came up with an idea in regards to the wine glass candle holders. I think I did mention that. The guy at work was talking about his daughter and how she feels that she's a princess. And I thought, you know, these are really cute. But for a kid, if you had plastic wine glass and one of the fake candles like this inside, be perfect. No risk of a flame, and it's plastic. There you go. Isn't he cute? Now I'm just gonna let this dry. Novel idea. Okay, now I'll show you. Where am I gonna put you to dry? I'm gonna put you over here. Now we got this box. I don't know why I put book. I should have put box, but I put book instead. Whoops, wrong way. We got this box from work, and it fits my cards perfect. And then I have that. Perfect. So now I just need a couple more. Okay, now you've seen the pink ones I did for the, well, yesterday I thought, I got some more. So here's the black, and I put the purple on. See? Purple's pretty. And then I decided to put some yellow flowers that I had. And then I thought, what the heck? So I used it with the red. And then I had some blue. So I did it with the blue as well. Pretty. And now I'm looking at my vases here, and I realize I have purple like these, and then I have yellow carnations there. I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same size as the purple. So I may be using that up. Yes, sirree. And of course, I threw out the cap for that. Oh boy. Okay, now I was thinking or I had been mentioning about reading my paranormal experiences. I know I have mentioned them here last year. That's hubby. Last year, October. But this is what I've given to a few people who ask me about my experiences. And I don't mind telling them. I enjoy telling them my experiences. But sometimes the timing just isn't right. And I tell them, well, you know what? I have them all written down. I can give them to you, and you can read them whenever you'd like. Some people have read them. Other ones, oh, they want to know, but it's me they want to tell. They don't want to read it. So, but this is what I'll usually give to someone, or I'll email it to them. And I have, the paranormal is not an obsession, it's a passion. I think this is the one with pictures. So I can read some to you. if you'd like. Just checking my time. Okay. I'll leave that there. Not exactly too interesting, but the beginning. And this is in Toronto. My first encounter was when I was 13. 12 on the safe side. Shortly after the death of my mother's father. I was called downstairs. You see, we lived with her parents. I was leaving the living room to proceed along the short hallway to the top of the stairs. Halfway along the stairway, there in front of me was my grandfather's face, floating towards me. Then in a second it disappeared. A couple of years later, he came to me in a dream. He showed me a book laid out on a table in the basement that was open to a page, but I could not see what was typed on it. The following day, I proceeded to the basement, expecting to see nothing, but there on the table lay an open book. I did not read the pages thoroughly. I was so unnerved, but in finding this book, I found his business cards from when he owned his own automotive garage. I wish I had taken the time to read the pages and understand what he had wanted. My father's father has appeared once. He was a mist that moved across a framed winter scene that hung over our sofa in the living room wall, on the living room wall. He walked every day of his life until hospitalized at 95. I wish I could remember his thick Scottish brogue. My mother's mum and I were close due to the fact that we lived with them, and being the youngest grandchild, I did not see my grandmother after she was taken from the house by ambulance after suffering a stroke. I was at home with her when this took place, and I was unaware of what was happening. One regret I have is not being there for her. Making a call to my parents, they returned home from visiting friends that evening. I vividly remember as if it was yesterday. I told my parents to never leave me alone with her again. Even now, those words become a stabbing pain in my heart, being so selfish, scared. She never returned home, at least physically. In the days following her death, it was not unusual to hear her calling for me from the bottom of the staircase. I would reach the top landing of the stairs, then remember she was gone. The voice was so real to me. I occupied the back bedroom with the staircase to my grandparents' kitchen, and would awake to hear my grandmother climbing the stairs, the familiar sound of her crutch, followed by her footstep. Having had knee surgery at one time. My grandmother came to me in a dream and explained she could not come back. I pleaded with her to. She repeated that she could not. At this point, my grandmother was sitting in a wheelchair, moving away from me. She told me that there was someone I should be close to. I grabbed the handles and turned the chair to stop her from going. But when it turned around, a friend of mine was smiling, sitting in the chair. In another dream, my grandmother took me to a large room filled with clothes covering the walls. Some I recall from my childhood, while others I had never seen before. We passed a black velvet jacket with a skirt pinned next to it. 2 years later, a boy I was dating bought me that suit without knowledge of my dream. I admit it did freak me out. There was also a wedding dress displayed on the wall that I purchased for my first wedding. In the third dream, I was in an elevator with my grandmother and my sister. My grandmother said one is pregnant, and it was her coming back. She and my sister looked at me, then Grandma and I looked at my sister. A shocked look came across her face. 3 months later, my sister informed the family that she was pregnant. When I repeated my dream to her, she became slightly uncomfortable and half-heartedly dismissed it. My mother had requested I leave out the part about Grandma coming back as the baby. I did tell her years later, though. I will always remember my niece walking into the living room as a toddler, smiling. Grandma kept family photos in the bay window. My niece's smile was as if she were happy to see nothing much had changed. I'll leave you there, and just to show you, that is the house I grew up in. So yes, I'll leave you there because time is running out here. So I hope you enjoyed the beginning of my paranormal experiences. It's different reading it as to trying to remember everything and getting it out. It's a lot easier to read it. So thank you for coming by. To my loyal subscribers, I love you very much. You're definitely a part of my extended family. To anybody new who's passing through, please feel free to check out any of my other videos. If there's anything you find that you're interested in, consider giving it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment, I'll get back to you. And share any of them out if you think someone you know might be interested. And while you're here, consider subscribing. And while you're subscribing, click the notification bell so that you'll know the next time that I upload. Now, I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. It's Friday. I'll likely show you the small doghouse finished. And from there, I'm not sure where we'll go, but we'll just have to wait and see. So enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go sit in front of the fan, though it hasn't been too bad here. But the fan and the cool breeze is always welcome. So as always, my friends, ciao for now.